question we often get when people are figuring out their fundamentals. Should I have different fundamentals for different departments? I mean, wouldn't I want my salespeople doing different things than my warehouse folks? That's a pretty good question. Let me give you a simple explanation here. The short answer to the question is that we've always been able to write one set of fundamentals for everybody in the company, but we teach it to people in a way that's relevant for their role. Let me give you an example. In our company, one of our fundamentals is to be what we call a fanatic about response time. We're just crazy about that. Well, what that means to a salesperson is different from what it means if you're doing payroll, or maybe you're in shipping or customer service. But I still want everybody to be a fanatic about response time. I'm just going to teach it to them in a way that's context specific, using examples that are relevant for them. Remember that our fundamentals aren't job-specific procedures or SOPs. Those are really important, but they're not a definition of our culture. See, I sometimes call fundamentals principle-based behaviors. Honor commitments is a principle, but it's an action. Practice blameless problem solving is a principle, but it's an action. So we want to keep these at a higher principle level, and those apply to everybody. Usually when I hear a behavior suggested that seems maybe too specific to a department, I just try to broaden or maybe elevate it to the larger principle that's being suggested. For example, if the warehouse manager says, I want my people to make sure that every label is perfect, well, the larger principle at stake might be something like what we call pay attention to the details. Now that's something we can teach to everybody. When we're talking to the guys or the women in the warehouse, the conversation might be focused on getting the labels right. But when we're talking to the sales team, we might focus on entering their call histories completely in our CRM system. See, the larger principle's the same, but the teaching is specific to each group. So that's how we can have one set of fundamentals that works for everybody. Make sense? I thought it would. Okay, let us know how else we can help you.